Hello everybody and welcome to That's Football. I can't speak. I can't believe it. Southgate's thinking about going to a back five against Switzerland. He's already defensive enough. Don't let him use another defender. Unbelievable. They've got 5 mannequins out in training for England this morning, and some are saying it could be how Switzerland line up with their back five, but it could be Southgate trying to shoehorn his favourite players in to a new system. What are your thoughts on this? Also, what are your thoughts on who's going to win the Euros? I've got an interesting take on that. We'll be talking about that in a moment. But look, let's delve straight into this. Also want to know as well, why do you feel like I do about England? I want to get behind them. I want them to win. It almost feels like Bellingham and Kane and that. If they win the Euros, the first thing they're going to do is grab the mic and say, hold that to England fans, up yours. But we won't be listening, lads. We'll be in the fountains getting pissed. We just want to win. If you win, we win. We dream the same dream. We want the same thing. But I struggle to get behind. Well, I don't struggle to get behind them, but I struggle to just feel part of it. They seem to have made us feel not part of it, and I don't really understand why. But look, it's a massive game against Switzerland. If he goes to a back five, is it the right thing to do? I say no way, because we don't have we've got a manager that makes all-out attack look like it's parking the bus. You give him another defender in a back five, and people can say the fullbacks can get forward. It's Southgate, mate. Those fullbacks are staying back. It's a back five. I don't want to see that. We've got... The best thing about England is the attack, and if you play with a back five, you lose an attacker. Literally you do. It's not a front six anymore. It's a back five with Declan Rice and a front four. So you lose an attacker. I don't like the idea of it at all. I really don't. I don't know whether he will do it. I'm saying no way, please don't do it, because I think the reason he might do it is because he's lost Guehi, because he's obsessed with defence, but also Switzerland do play a back five. Switzerland's system's lovely, by the way. They don't have the players that we've got, but they're a really good team. They can score goals. They can defend well. When they've not got the ball, it's a back five. It's a 5-4-1. When they have got the ball, it becomes a 3-4-3. And Vargas and Ndoye will join Mbolo. I like this Swiss team. They're my sweepstake team, and I think quarterfinals for them is fantastic anyway, and they've got a great chance of going beyond that. I do think England will win. Don't ask me why. I just got this feeling that something's gonna, the universe is gonna. It's going to be a full moon or something and England will play well. I don't really understand it, but I'm convinced we're going to win. And on Saturday night, it's a Saturday night. It's Wigfield's going to be playing Saturday night. Dance, I like the way you move. I've just got a feeling. Delusion might be the explanation, but I don't think we should be going to a back five. It's the quarterfinals. We've played absolutely dreadful in 4 games. And in the quarterfinals, you don't start going to a back five. You don't do that. I just think, if we're going to get on... I can't understand how England would win these Euros. Can you imagine watching it back in future years? Oh, yeah, it's the greatest thing we've ever done. It's the only time we've won anything in 60 years, and it's the only time we've won anything not in England. Get the DVD out, or whatever on People Watch now. Yeah, skip through to the semi-finals. The first 4 games were crap. Yeah, it's illogical to think England could win this, because they've put together 4 of the worst ever games I've seen in tournament football, really, but while still being in the tournament. But who knows? Football's a weird thing, isn't it? We're certainly not pulling up any trees, and we're certainly not winning any plaudits. But going to a back five would mean Saka at left wing back, I think. I doubt Luke Shaw would start. Trent would come in at right wing back. I'm always an advocate for putting Trent in the team, and then he'd go Kyle Walker, Stones, and probably Dunk or Konza. Declan Rice, Mainu, Bellingham, and maybe Tony and Kane. Or maybe he'd go Foden, Mainu, Rice, and then Bellingham and Kane, so he doesn't have to drop any of his favourites. Yeah, look, I like the idea of Trent and Saka as wing-backs. I really, really do. But I don't think he'd put the midfield and the front 2 together in the right way to make it work. And also, these players have really struggled with the 4-3-3. And you're going to ask them to do a 5-3-2. It just would be very desperate. He surely wouldn't do it. I think Saka's good at left wing back, and I really like the idea of Trent at right wing back, but you're sacrificing one of your attackers. And also, what becomes of Cole Palmer, who surely deserves to be in with a shout of starting? Is he back on the bench again? So, and let's be honest, a 5-3-2 for England is not like a 5-3-2 for Switzerland, where it will change in transition. It's not going to be attacking. Southgate is Southgate. He's defensive. And the reason he'd be going to a back five is because he's scared of Switzerland, which is a bad look. And secondly, because Guehi's injured, so he wants to put another defender in. That's not how to run an England football team with the players that we've got. You don't look at Switzerland and go, I'm scared, I'm going to a back five, and also I've lost one of my centre-backs, so I need another defender. It's ridiculously defensive. So for me, it would be a big no, but let me know what your thoughts are on that. Surely you just stick with what you got and hope that it clicks. You don't go and try something new, because then you've got to stick with that again into a semi-final, and you're like, do I go to a back four? Do I go to a back five? I don't think it works. I really, really don't. Also, this is not going to change probably, but I have to call it out. We've all been watching the games. I thought yesterday, Romania and Netherlands and Turkey against Austria was two fantastic games from four teams that aren't expected to win it, but have all had a go in their own different ways. But I think what really struck me was Romania-Netherlands was really close. I think possession was 50-50. They were both having chances. Gakpo scores that goal, and suddenly Netherlands, for the rest of the game, have got like 70% possession. So they score a goal and they go for a second goal. They're like, we've got momentum now, let's keep going. England, even against Slovakia, who can't attack, we sit back and let them invite. And this is what we're seeing in this tournament. The amount of teams that score a goal and then they go for another goal, it's incredible. The mindset, well, it's not, it's normal. The mindset that everybody else seems to have, and we see it in the Premier League as well. But Southgate scores a goal and just instantly goes defensive. And it's like, if we can't change that mindset, it's going to be very difficult to win this tournament, because it's probably it's probably more important than team selection, formation. Every single game we've played in this tournament, when we go ahead, we park the bus. Whether it was, Serbia or Slovakia, we park the bus when we score a goal. If we go ahead in the final against, Spain, Germany, Portugal, France, we're going to park the bus and invite the pressure, and we'll blow it. The same as we did against Italy. And I say, everyone's going to be laughing in the chat about that, but if we get to the final, if we go ahead against Netherlands in the semi-final, if they get there, if we go ahead against Switzerland on Saturday, we're going to park the bus. I think it's a huge issue, but I wouldn't go to back five. Give me your thoughts. I think it would be pure desperation, and we need to retain some semblance of a plan, even if it's not working. You've got to try and find a way to make that work, because a back five to me is just a big signal of defeat, and it's not going to do anything for the morale of the players or the fans to see us, basically going, we're scared of Switzerland and we're going to sit back. On who's going to win the tournament, don't worry, I'm not about to say England. My belief is that Spain-Germany at 5 o'clock on Friday will have a huge impact on who wins this tournament. If Spain can knock the hosts out, they're the best team I've seen so far, Spain. I don't think anybody can stop them. I think they are confident as it is. They are well balanced. They've got some brilliant players. And obviously, I think Rodri is such an important player for them, like he is for Man City. If they knock Germany out as the hosts, I don't think anyone's going to stop Spain. If Germany knock Spain out, which they can do as hosts, and it's like a home game for them, then I think the tournament opens up. I don't think Germany automatically win it. I think they might become favourites because they've knocked Spain out. But from what I've seen of Germany, I think you can get at them. We saw that from Switzerland. So I think if you want a more open tournament, Germany beating Spain. If Spain beat Germany, I think they'll win it. If Germany beats Spain, I'd still be very wary of France. They're a bit like England, but they win things. Like they can be really bad, but they've got the players who can win things. I don't fancy Portugal. I think they've got too many problems with Martinez and his inability to use players off the bench. On our side of the draw, don't write off England. We've been to a final before, and we've got good players, and we could grind our way through. Netherlands were good against Romania yesterday. I think they'll take Turkey. So, don't write Turkey and Switzerland off at all. But I think the semi-final will be Netherlands against England. That to me looks like a penalty shootout. You could end up with a Germany-England final. You could end up with a France-Netherlands final. But I think Spain-Germany dictates where this tournament goes. Get your comments in below. Make sure you smash a like on the video. And please do subscribe. Loads to get your teeth into there. What are your thoughts on England and a back five? What are your thoughts on who's going to win the tournament? And get your comments in. Thanks for watching. Take care.